Have you ever walked into a room and felt an immediate sense of familiarity, as though you had been there before? Or found yourself inexplicably drawn to a place, a culture, or even a person, despite having no logical explanation for it? These aren't mere coincidences or oddities. They could be clues pointing to something much deeper, something that has followed you through time. Could it be that you've lived before? Imagine for a moment that you have lived in another body in a completely different era, experiencing a whole different life. Could your soul carry the memories, fears, and even skills from these past experiences into the present? In this video, we are about to uncover 9 signs that might just suggest you have walked this earth more than once, in more than one life. And some of these signs might surprise you, while others could make everything click into place. Keep watching. You don't want to miss these surprising revelations. Before we get into the signs, let's quickly understand what reincarnation really means. Reincarnation is the belief that our souls don't simply disappear when we die, but instead they move on, inhabiting new bodies and living new lives. It's a concept that's ancient yet pervasive across cultures, from Hinduism and Buddhism to philosophers in ancient Greece, and even modern-day thinkers. The belief is that our souls continue to evolve over many lifetimes, learning lessons, and growing with each new incarnation. Reincarnation isn't just about the afterlife. It's about how our past lives shape our present. Could it be that some of the quirks, memories, or emotions you experience today are not purely from this life, but from one you lived before? Let's take a closer look at the signs that may be pointing to the idea that you have lived before. 1. A powerful sense of not belonging. Let's start with a sign that's surprisingly common: the feeling of not quite fitting in, like you were born in the wrong time or place. It's the sense that the world around you doesn't quite align with who you feel you are. Many people who feel they have lived before describe this feeling of disconnection from the present. You might feel like your soul belongs to another era, perhaps another culture, or even a different country. For some, it's more than just the occasional daydream. It's a deep, pervasive sense of alienation from the world today. You might find that you have an inexplicable fondness for a historical period or feel completely out of place in the modern world. This feeling could be a sign that your soul has lived during different times, and perhaps you've experienced lives that were vastly different from the one you're living now. This dissonance between the you in this life and the you in another time might be the echo of a past life trying to make itself known. 2. A strong pull toward specific people. On the flip side of that sense of not belonging is the deep, instant connection you might feel with certain people. Have you ever met someone and felt like you've known them for years? It could be that you're experiencing a bond from a past life. This connection doesn't need a logical explanation. It might simply feel like home, as though you've crossed paths with this person before, even if you just met them. This isn't limited to romantic connections. You might feel a strong, unexplainable bond with a friend, a colleague, or even a stranger. Past life connections aren't bound by the roles we play in this current life. A person who might have been your sibling in a past life could appear as a parent in this one, or someone you fought with in another life could be your best friend now. These deep and mysterious connections are more than just chance encounters. They could be the imprint of past relationships that transcend time. 3. Unusual childhood memories. Next, let's look at the fascinating world of childhood memories. Children, especially those who are very young, are often more connected to past life experiences. Have you ever had a child who said something that completely puzzled you? They might describe places, people, or experiences they couldn't possibly have known about. Or maybe you've encountered a memory from your own childhood that you can't seem to explain, like the memory of an event that happened before you were born. Some children talk about their past lives with such detail that it's almost uncanny. They might recall names, events, or places with such clarity that upon investigation, the details turn out to be real. If you had vivid, inexplicable memories from your early years that you couldn't quite place, you might have experienced a glimpse into a past life. These memories are often so precise that they suggest a continuity of existence beyond the present lifetime. Speaking of unlocking hidden secrets, I recently tried something that's going viral in the spiritual community. It's a shocking wealth secret revealed by a rogue NASA scientist, and it's already changed millions of lives, including mine. I shared my results on Pinterest, and let me tell you, they were incredible. If you don't want to miss out, check the link in the comments below. Now, let's dive back into the exploration. 4. A sense of déjà vu. One of the most famous and mysterious signs that many attribute to past lives is the phenomenon of déjà vu. It's that strange feeling when you encounter a place, a person, or an event for the first time, but it feels oddly familiar, as if you've lived this moment before. Déjà vu can be more than just a fleeting sensation. It can feel like a deep emotional memory is being triggered in your soul. While some believe déjà vu is just a glitch in the brain, others suggest it could be a sign of past life experiences. Could it be that your soul is recognizing a situation or place from a life that you've lived before? The sensation of déjà vu may not be a random anomaly, but rather a fragment of a past life reappearing in the present. When you experience this sensation, it might be your soul's way of reminding you that you've already been here, in a different time, with a different perspective. 5. Physical marks and sensations. Now let's talk about something a little more tangible. Physical marks or sensations that might have a connection to past lives. Have you ever noticed a birthmark, scar, or other physical feature that seems to have no logical explanation? Some people believe that these physical traits can be linked to past life experiences. For example, a birthmark might correspond to an injury or wound from a past life, like a bullet wound or a scar from a fall. Additionally, there are individuals who experience recurring physical sensations, like pain in a certain part of the body, that can't be explained by medical conditions. These sensations may be remnants of past traumas or experiences carried over from another life. If you have a physical mark or sensation that seems to have no origin in your current life, it could be an indication that your body is carrying the echoes of something that happened long ago. 6. The sudden acquisition of skills or talents. Now, let's explore the opposite of struggling to learn something new, the inexplicable ease with which you might suddenly acquire a skill or talent. Have you ever tried something new and found that you were unusually good at it? Maybe you picked up a musical instrument, learned to paint, or started speaking a new language with little effort. You might wonder where these abilities came from. The answer might lie in your past lives. Some people believe that certain skills and talents are carried over from previous incarnations. For example, if you've suddenly discovered an aptitude for a particular type of art or even a certain profession, it could be that these talents were developed in another life and are now being unlocked in this one. The body may not remember the specific moments, but the soul might carry the knowledge and skills acquired in a past life, ready to emerge when the time is right. 7. Recurrent dreams of other times and places. Dreams have long been considered a doorway to the subconscious, but could they also be a doorway to past lives? Many people report having dreams about places they've never been, events they've never witnessed, or even people they've never met. These dreams can be vivid and so detailed that they don't feel like ordinary dreams at all. They might feel more like memories, as if you're reliving a moment from a life you once lived. If you've ever woken up from a dream feeling like you've experienced something that belongs to another time, it could be a glimpse into a past life. These dreams are not always just random thoughts playing out in your mind. Sometimes they might be fragments of a life you lived long ago, resurfacing as your soul tries to make sense of who you are today. 8. A deep fascination with certain cultures or time periods. Have you ever felt an intense, inexplicable connection to a particular culture or historical period, one that goes beyond simple interest or admiration? Maybe you found yourself mesmerized by the art, the traditions, or the way of life of a culture you've never personally encountered. Or perhaps there's a specific time period, such as the Renaissance, the Victorian era, or ancient Egypt, that draws you in as though you were meant to be a part of it. This deep fascination might be more than a mere curiosity. It could be the result of a past life spent in that culture or era. Your soul might have once thrived in a different time, and your connection to that period is something that has been carried over into this life. This pull toward the past may be a sign that your past self is trying to reconnect with the memories of that time. In conclusion, as we've seen, the signs that you might have lived before are not always as obvious as you might think, and they don't always come in the form of clear-cut memories. Whether it's a sense of déjà vu, a sudden talent, or a profound sense of not belonging, these clues may suggest that your soul has walked the earth in different bodies over many lifetimes. While there's no definitive proof of reincarnation, these signs can offer an intriguing glimpse into the possibility that your soul is older and wiser than you might imagine. As you continue to live your life, keep your mind open to the subtle clues around you. They could be guiding you toward a deeper understanding of who you are and who you have been. What are your thoughts? Have you experienced any of these signs? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos exploring the mysteries of the soul and beyond. Thanks for watching.